coming. It's coming. It's coming. JQLM on the radio. Special edition is coming. It's coming. It's coming. To you live on the radio. JQLM on the radio. Radio special edition is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming to you on the radio. JQLM radio special edition is an interview-based show with local, international, national, well-known, or celebrity music, art, comedians, and others in entertainment on the air.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, Lady J. Welcome to another episode of the JQLM Radio Special Edition. Y'all know how we do here? Listen, before I introduce our guest, y'all know we have to get those formalities out of the way. So, if you would like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in, this is what you would share. If you'd like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in to JQLM Radio, this is what you would share. You can tune in live by downloading the JQLM Radio app on your Apple or Android devices. You can also listen live via Alexa, the TuneIn app, the Simple Radio app, and a host of other platforms of which you can find on our website, where you can also listen live at egoentertainmentnet.com/JQLM-radio. Or just visit egoentertainmentnet.com and click the button right there on the homepage. You can also connect with us via our website or social media at JQLM Radio. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Additionally, you can email us at jqlmradio@gmail.com. Find us under our parent company, E.G.O Entertainment Network, on social media at E.G.O ENTNET. That's E.G.O Net. You can also follow us on LinkedIn at E.G.O Entertainment Network. And last but not least, make sure you like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, E.G.O TV Network. All right. So now that you know how to tune in and share JQLM Radio, let's introduce our guest today. So our guest is somebody that if you are about 35 to 40 and over, then you know him, okay? So get ready because we got an incredible guest in the building today. So he's a rising pop/R&B artist, former lead singer of the multi-platinum group Pretty Ricky. Now, you may remember some of the songs like Grind With Me, On the Hotline, and more. Okay. But now he's making major waves with his solo career, from chart-topping success to creating his own lane with authentic storytelling and genre-blending music. His new single, Get Back to Ya, is already turning heads. So please help me welcome the talented, smooth, and unstoppable Ambition the Kid. Hey.
How's it going, everybody? How's it going, Lady J? Thank you for that introduction. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Listen, I'm out over here if everyone's a star, so we have to bring you out right.
Hey, appreciate it.
Let's put some respect on your name.
Yes.
So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm working,
Good.
you know, and when I'm working, that's when I'm at my best. You know, like that's when I thrive the most. You know, so I'm always writing. I'm always in the studio. I'm always performing. So, you know, I'm good as long as I'm doing that, doing what I love. I'm always good.
Okay. All right. So let's just jump right into it. Okay. So you've gone from being part of a multi-platinum group to fully stepping into your own lane as a solo
Yeah.
artist. So what's been the biggest lesson that you've learned about yourself through that transition?
The one thing is that everything that you do in like, and not in just music, but whatever you do,
Hmm.
it's really about resilience. Like how tough are you? How thick-skinned are you? Like I'm showing my age, but like Rocky said, how many times can you get knocked down before you get back up? That's what it's about. It's about the getting back up.
Right.
And you know, what I went through in those situations before, and learning how some people in the industry work, and certain people that you have to deal with and things like that, and the things that they will do, for money and things like that. It can really tear down your dreams, um,
Hmm.
if you allow it to. So it can make you just not want to even go, start over or go back to it. You just want to leave it alone and try something else. It can really. I was talking to one of my good friends, Jesse Mater, yesterday, and it's like some seeing the realization of some of these things can really tear your dreams down if you allow it to.
Hmm.
And a lot of people don't make it because of that. They just give up.
Right.
Um, and the one thing I learned about myself is that I don't give up easily, and I'm not going
Hmm.
to let somebody else, or a situation, you know, ruin a dream that I had since I was 7 years old, you know.
Right. Okay, that's awesome. Now, a lot of people know your history with Pretty Ricky, but your solo journey has shown a completely different level of versatility from the Phoenix Project to tracks like Saddle Me Up. So, how important is it for you to keep surprising people creatively?
Well, like being creative and being an entertainer is all about surprising people and doing something new, changing lanes. I just posted the other day that I'm happy that the new generations are getting a new wave of Michael Jackson, because
Yeah.
uh, the ultimate entertainer, and he always did something new and unique and tried something different. When everybody was going this way, he would pivot and go this way and do something
Hmm.
completely different. And
Hmm.
and that's what made him the greatest entertainer we've ever experienced as people. And
Hmm.
so to me, like I never, like, as an artist, I never claimed to be the best singer. I never claimed to be the best dancer or anything like that. But I sing, I dance, I break dance, I do gymnastics, I write, and when you take all of those different things and put them together, what it does is it creates, you know, one great artist. So I
Hmm.
like to take things from my life that I love and include them in my art. Like, even just like I love movies, and
Hmm.
you know different things like that. So like when I direct my videos, I try to make really good storylines and really good cinematic visuals, so people
Hmm.
can really feel, like, tell the story of the music, just like MJ did. And
Right.
that is very important to me. Even when I'm on stage performing, the performance needs to tell a story. It needs to be more than just standing on stage with a microphone going like this,
Right.
walking back and forth. If people pay money to come and see a show, they deserve to be entertained. Like
Hmm.
with somebody like Chris Brown or Usher, you know, who, not only dance and do choreography, but they do flips. They do everything. And so performance is layered, and I really think that people deserve that when they come to a show.
Hmm.
So it's very important to me to take as many things that I can do, as whatever those things are, whatever those talents are, and bring that and mold it into the music some way. You know what I mean? And also, it
Right.
gives a part of me to my fans, and the people who are watching. It tells them a little bit about myself. I'm
Hmm.
actually doing a video series right now. It's called My City Series in Pittsburgh. I actually want other artists to do a My City series in their areas as well, where I just highlight different parts of the city, where I do a video for each song on the album. the Phoenix Project, and it's like it's not just like the places that you already know about. It's like little small spaces in the city that you might not know about, but if you were a tourist and you were coming to Pittsburgh, you might want to see, and you might miss out on if you don't know about it because most people aren't talking about these places.
Right.
And also at the end of each video, after we show our credits, there's like, a 10 to 20-second clip of something personal about me, something that I love. Like I love Star Wars, so at the end of one of my videos called I do a whole routine with lightsabers, which which most people might look at as like, oh, that's kind of weird for an R&B artist to be swinging a lightsaber around and doing martial arts. But hey, that's what I grew up on. You know what I mean? So that's what I love to do. So I want to share that with people.
Awesome. So before we get into the last two questions, because we just talked about your transition, from Pretty Ricky to a solo artist. Let's go ahead and let the listeners hear one of your new songs called Love Roller Coaster.
Okay.
All right.
I love this record. I want them to know I love this record. This is one of my, like, as a writer, you very rarely get a song where you feel like I did exactly what I wanted to do. Everything that I heard in my head came out the way that I wanted to. And this is one of those songs.
Okay. Now I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure our listeners will enjoy it too. So let's play and see what y'all think.
It's the music.
Last night I got a feeling that you would need a sexual healing. So lay it down and I'll give it a killing. You play the superhero, I'ma be the villain. Shawty, ain't no other way for me to do this. You asked for it, so I'm here to put you through it. The physical and emotions are so fluid. With me and you, it's feel so good, can't even talk. But if you say my name, then I'll do it again, girl. Legs so weak, can't even walk. But you ain't going nowhere, keep them legs up in the air, girl. Calling me that easy thought. Knew from the moment we met that you want to love me. What I do, it can't be taught. I'll do it all for you. We're on a love roller coaster, baby. Taking you to new levels, give you adrenaline. Got a million positions I wanna push you. I'll take you up and back, down, down, down. We're on a love roller coaster, baby. So keep your arms in the car, I need you to strap in. And you don't need to wait if you wanna ride again. You're at the front of the line, yeah. This is powerful, call it magical. Slowly climb to the top, we're reaching the pinnacle. Speeding down to the bottom, the race is winnable. Sliding and crashing on top of you, keep riding, I'm calling ya. You feel it all in your stomach, no nausea. The physical and emotions, I feel them all in ya. And with me and you is, so good, can't even talk. But if you say my name, I'll do it again, girl. Legs so weak, can't even walk. And you ain't going nowhere, keep your legs up in the air, girl. Calling me that easy thought. Knew from the moment we met that you wanna love me. What I do, it can't be taught. I do it all for you. We're on a love roller coaster, baby. Taking you to new levels, give you adrenaline. Got a million positions I wanna push you. I'll take you up and back, down, down, down. We're on a love roller coaster, baby. So keep your arms in the car, I need you strapped in. And you Don't need to wait if you wanna ride again. You're at the front of the line, girl.
All right. So that was Love Roller Coaster by
Yep.
Ambition the Kid. I like the vibe. I love the vibe of the song. It's a song that can make you bob your head, but it's also one of those R&B love making songs, if you will.
Absolutely.
At the beginning of the song, when you say that she be the superhero, you need a villain. I like that line. That's a good line.
Thank you. Uh, I think my favorite part of that record is the second verse. There's a part where the harmony comes in, and it's like breaths, but
Mhm.
it's like staccato breaths, but they're all in harmony, and I think that's my favorite part of that song.
Okay, so I did get a chance to watch Get Back to You. It's a little bit different. It's more of the pop side of your creativity, and it's much different than what we saw with Pretty Ricky. Right?
Absolutely.
So it has that smooth R&B vibe though also, but with a fresh pop edge. So what inspired the story behind that song, and what do you want listeners to feel when they hear it?
So even though after I left Pretty Ricky, I've always been on the road. I'm always performing, and I'm always recording. I've been recording so much music, trying to get the correct sound that I wanted for myself,
Mhm.
and after a lot of years of recording and working and writing, it took a while to get the sound that I got with my album, The Phoenix Project. But the song is talking about how much work it actually takes to do what we do as artists and what we do as like being on the road. Like if you talk to friends and you talk to people who are not engaged in it, they will think that doing music, because it's something that you love to do, that it's not a job, it's just a game. You're out, oh, you're just going out and you're just, you know, singing on
Mhm.
stage for a little bit. That's not hard. Oh, you're just traveling around having fun. You get to see different cities and states and
Mhm.
countries, and you want to do that. So it's not hard. They don't see the work that's involved to be good at it, And
Right.
the song is about like, when especially if you're in a relationship with
Mhm.
somebody, it's going to be very hard for them to understand unless they're also in that industry. They don't understand that, hey, we were supposed to go to the movies tomorrow, but I have to fly out to LA tomorrow.
Right.
And this is for us. This is for our life that we have or going to have or that we have. And it's something that I can't turn down. So we're going to have to postpone that. And people might get upset, but the song Get Back to You is talking about, it's like, as much as I love what I do, as much as I love my fans, as much as I love being on stage and performing, what I ultimately want most is to be able to get back home to you,
Mhm.
and trying to let that person understand that, yes, this is my work and this is what I love. This is my dream. And I appreciate everything that comes with that, but what the love that I have for you outweighs that. As much as
Right.
I've worked my whole life to get to this point with my music, but
Mhm.
when you meet that certain someone who is that important to you, the one that you want to write these songs about, then
Mhm.
yeah, you don't want to be away from that person. When you're on the road, you want to get back to that person. Even, somebody like Beyonce, I forget the song that she wrote, and it was ultimately the same topic. She's saying how much she wants to get back to Jay-Z,
Uh-huh.
and she even did like a intro to the video where she's just showing pictures of her family and just like, I'm flying here, I gotta be here tomorrow, but I can't wait to get back home and see you. And even
Right.
when he would, and when Jay-Z would fly out to just sit in at one of her shows, and then he'd have to go back home or go somewhere, it's like those moments are important, you know.
Right.
And and sometimes it's that, but Jay-Z and Beyonce understand that they're in the same industry, so they understand it. But if you're in the industry and you're dating somebody who doesn't understand that, this
Hmm.
song is, like a way of explaining like what goes through our mind, because
Right.
they may think that you're happy leaving and getting on the road and you're getting a break from
Hmm.
them or something like that. And it's usually not that way, you know.
Right. And I think that that's important for people to realize. As someone who's grown up in the industry my entire life, I come from a very musical background. I've sung my entire life as well. So I know what the industry is like in and out of studios and stuff like that. And now I'm transitioned over into media. Anything in the entertainment industry, period, is work. Whether you are a singer, a dancer, a writer, a producer, a journalist, you know, shoot, red carpet house, listen, you are traveling all the time. You're away from your family, you know, and it is a lot of work. And then people forget that, artists are humans too. Like, the only difference between you and them is they may live a little bit more luxurious life. They may make a little bit more money, and more people know their name. That's really it, And so they experience the same kind of hardships, the same kind of, you know, feelings and emotions that we do when they're away from their families and things of that sort. So I think that that is a great concept that you would like for the listeners to grasp from this song so that they understand, that, hey, I want to get back to my family too, just as much as y'all doing our way. So I think that that is really cool.
Absolutely. And I've been in multiple relationships where the other person, I'm not gonna say any names, but you know, where the other person felt like, hey, why don't you just get a regular job and just go work 9 to 5 and just be home with me. I don't want you to have to fly here and do this and do that. I want you to just be home with me and have a regular life,
Mhm.
and it's like, at the same time, that's not me. That's never been who I am, so to be with somebody, they have to be able to understand that. But also at the same time, you have to have empathy as an artist. You have to understand where they're coming
Mhm.
from, and writing that song is my way of just trying to explain and give them, you know, that empathy and be like, I understand where you're coming from. I understand that it's hard, but
Mhm.
I'm not going to change who I am for you, but I will try to compromise and, make things better and help you get through it the same way that I have to get through it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. So I'm gonna say this before I ask my last question based off of what you just said, and I might have to invite you on relationshipology. That's another show that we have on here on the show because what you just said. Listen, I wholeheartedly understand what you just said because as someone who is always on a red carpet somewhere, always interviewing, those in community to celebrities. I mean, flying all over this nation, it is extremely difficult to find somebody that does not keep your character in mind. So that when you are away, I think the issue with that and why people feel that way, why don't you just stay home with me, is that a lot of people have or develop insecurities when they are with someone that is always on the road, especially with music artists and dancers and musicians, and I used to be married to a musician, okay? And he works in in this industry as well. So, and yeah, I experienced infidelity in my marriage, but I think that a lot of people, when they are dating you, so for instance, if the young lady's dating you and she knows your true character, who you really are, she ought to trust you enough that you're going to honor whatever commitment that you two have made, so that when you are away, and understanding that, hey, this is his work, like this is how he provides. So for himself, and possibly for us both in the future. And so not everybody is built or even called to have a 9 to 5. Some people are called to be entrepreneurs. Some people are called to be musicians or, music artists. And so I think that it's important for, like you said, music artists to have empathy, but it's also important for those that they choose to be in relationship with to support you in what you do. And maybe sometimes even, hey, I'll go on the road, if I need to carry a bag or, take phone calls or whatever the case may be, support them in some shape, form, or fashion so that you are around them, maybe not all the time, but maybe some of the time if you allow them to go, you know?
Exactly. And I- I always tell my friends, I'll be like, music, for me has always been like a gift and a curse, you know,
Mhm,
because, and it stems from mostly what you just said there, because, you know, like when you're with somebody, they, like you said, when you start dating them in the beginning, they're like, "Oh, this is awesome, and this is exciting, and this is cute, and he's
mhm,
talented, and he's this." But the more and more that they start to care about you, the more that fear starts to creep in, and that
mhm.
insecurity that you were talking about. And it's like, and that's not just. It's like, first of all, it's like I'm not just a singer. First, I'm a man. Men,
Right.
we're supposed to be dogs in the first place. Like we're looked at as dogs, and we represented ourselves as dogs for a very long time. So you can
Mhm,
understand why somebody would have doubts just from that. It's like,
mhm,
and then now you put I'm a singer, or you put he's a football player, or he's a
mhm,
like he's a a rapper, whatever the case may be, and now he's leaving on top of that, and
mhm,
he's getting a lot of attention
mhm,
from the opposite sex. My job is to entertain the opposite sex mostly,
mhm.
in the majority. So I can
Right,
understand why somebody would feel or that would get that insecurity. We're only human, and that
right.
person is only human. And but all you can do as an artist is try to explain and prove, like show and prove and explain your character to that person, and be as consistent as you possibly can be
Mhm.
with the job that you have, and show that person, hey, like this is what it is. I'm just
Right.
working, I'm just doing my thing. And that's another reason why I wrote that song, Get Back to You, so you can understand. It's like I would rather be at home. Like, I would
Right.
rather be with you, even though this is what I love to do most in the world. I would still
Right.
rather be at home with you. And that means something.
Mhm. Right, right. So, you've been a vocalist, dancer, performer, and entertainer since the beginning. Looking at where you started in Pittsburgh to where you are now, what would Ambition the Kid tell his younger self about chasing dreams and staying authentic in the industry?
I would, first of all, the first thing I always tell people is to keep your circle, the people that love you and care about you, always keep those people close. Don't let anything go to your head. Don't let, because as fast as it can come, it can disappear like that. And then the only people that you will have behind you in your corner are
Mhm,
that circle.
mm,
And if you, went off and did your thing, and you stop answering the phone, and you start getting too big to hang, and all of that different things like that. If things fall apart, you got to meet those same people on your way back down, and they ain't gonna have your back if you just disappeared on them. And that
right,
is important. That's an important lesson to learn. You don't want to learn it the hard way. You want to
right.
make sure that those people, because they're going to help you get back up. And
Mhm,
if it wasn't for my friends and my family, they were the ones who helped me stand back up.
right.
It didn't matter that I wasn't on TV anymore. It didn't matter that I didn't have a song on the radio or a video playing in rotation. They didn't care. That never mattered to them. So
Mhm,
when I came back to Pittsburgh, those were the people who helped me stand up and helped me realize that that one opportunity was just that. It was just one opportunity of millions that could be out there. And the second thing I would say is what I said already is you should always, no, actually I don't think I said it, but you should, no, the second thing is that you should always be doing what you want to do. It doesn't matter what it is. Music, you want to be a lawyer, like you want to be whatever it is. Like if you're in middle school and you know in your heart that what you want to be is a doctor or a lawyer,
Right.
you should be reading law. You should be
Mm-hmm.
studying law right now. Just because you're not in college and you're not studying for the
Right.
bar, why can't you study for the bar right
Right.
now? Why can't you
Exactly.
go on YouTube and watch professional uh winning lawyers explain how they won their cases, how they understand law? Because if you start doing it now when you're in middle school, when you're in high school, before you get to college, you already have a leg up and you
Yep. Yep.
already will be ready. I always tell people, don't get ready, be ready.
That's right. Stay ready.
Stay ready. Because
Mm-hmm.
the only reason when I got called to audition for Pretty Ricky, it was a Thursday night at 11:30. Baby Blue called me and said, "Hey, I need you to come out and audition this weekend." I said, "When do I leave?" He said, "Tomorrow morning at 7:30. You're playing lead." He said, "Pack." He said, "Pack for the weekend. You'll audition tomorrow. You'll hang out with us on Saturday, and then you'll go home on Sunday." I said, "Cool." I flew out at 7:30 in the morning, and I didn't come home for a year. 3 weeks later, 3 weeks, 3 weeks later, I was on 106 in Park.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is how instant it was. It, you remember Flow Rider?
Mm-hmm.
So Flow Rider was coming out with Low he had just released Low with T-Pain,
Mm-hmm.
and he came to Pittsburgh, and he wasn't big yet, so he was performing at a roller skating rink here.
Mm-hmm.
And that roller skating rink called my breakdancing crew to dance in front of the stage while he performed.
Mm-hmm.
And because we had a bigger following here than he did at the time as a breakdance crew. So he wanted to bring more people in. So he's like,
Mm-hmm.
you come out and do a show, and then while he's performing, y'all dance in front of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So we were so excited because it's the new song on the radio and it's huge. And we're like, oh man, we get to dance with this new guy, Flow Rider, da 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 da. I got that call a week later from Baby Blue. A month and a half later, Flow Rider was opening for me.
Wow.
Yeah, the lineup was Flow Rider, Trey Songz, and then Pretty Ricky.
Mm.
And
Okay.
it happened like that. And the only reason I got that job, the only reason I got that lead position is because they needed someone right then who could sing, who could dance, who was in shape, and who could learn the moves and go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I didn't come home for a year, because I had to start learning the routines. I had to get on tour.
Right.
They were about to go on tour, and the only reason I was able to do that is because I was ready to go. So always be ready. Prepare yourself for what you want to do before it comes up.
Right.
And you'll always be successful that way.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So, can you tell our listeners what's next and how can they support you, connect with you, and things of that sort?
Absolutely. The Phoenix Project is my new album. It's out right now. And you can get it on all streaming platforms. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Ambition the Kid anywhere on any social media at Ambition the Kid. And I would love your support. I would love, a lot of fans. After I left Pretty Ricky, I changed my name to Ambition. I lost a lot of fans from doing that,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
distance myself away from that situation.
Mhm.
So it was, to me, it was worth it, you know.
Mhm.
But I would love your support. I appreciate every follow and every like and every share. Music is all that I've ever loved doing, and I'll do it until, you know, I can't anymore, regardless of
Mhm.
how many albums I sell or anything like that. It'll always be a part of me. So if you want to follow me and you want to see that journey, just follow me at Ambition the Kid.
Awesome. So, congratulations on your new project and on transitioning into a solo artist and, staying true to who you are and doing
Thank
what's best for you in the industry because you don't see that often. A lot of people will sell their soul if they could, just to make it big. And I tell everybody, if you want to be sustainable and actually have a great legacy, then you have to walk in your purpose and instead of chasing a bag. And because in that regard, you'll be doing it backwards. Let the bag chase you. If you walk in purpose, everything that is meant for you will come to you.
Absolutely. That's a good thing to that's a good thing to know and learn and
Oh
heed.
yeah. Oh yeah. Regardless of the challenges, trust me, I know because I've lived it.
Absolutely.
So
But it makes you stronger. It makes you
yes.
stronger, 100%.
Yes.
Juan Ye from Boys to Men, he told me, if you let if he was like, it would be better for you to leave a bad situation and start over than to
Mhm.
stay in it and it make you hate what you love.
Right. Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely. And
and
sometimes it'll make you hate yourself too.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Ambition, hate that we have come down to the end of the show. We've talked much longer than usual anyway, but that's okay. It was a phenomenal conversation. It was a phenomenal conversation. And for
Absolutely.
those of yes, yes. For those of y'all who are watching, yeah, I know that y'all are used to seeing me in my more glammed up element, but yes, Lady J is dressed down today. For those of you who are watching, it's okay. Okay. So um, I really appreciate all of you for tuning in to this episode of JQLM Radio Special Edition with my amazing guest, Ambition the Kid. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him on all social media at Ambition the Kid and go get his new project, The Phoenix, okay? And of course, we will have your song in rotation on JQLM Radio.
Well, I appreciate it. I might have to come back for that relationship show too.
Yeah, you gotta get ready because my co-host is something else. But thank you again so much. It was such a pleasure speaking with you. And we look forward to your feature coming up on E.G.O News too as well.
Absolutely. So do I. Thank you.
No problem. All right, y'all. So this has been another episode of JQLM Radio Special Edition with the girl Lady J right here on JQLM Radio, a division of E.G.O Entertainment Network. Until next time, y'all, we are out short, sharp, and star-studded.
Coming, it's coming. JQLM on the radio. It's coming.